Hey everybody, welcome back to the Twitter-Pated Mama. I'm getting ready to make a green bean casserole, but I'm making it today in my Cosori. So I thought I would take you along, show you how I'm doing this. We're going to a Friendsgiving today, and that is one of the sides that I'm bringing. But I have tried this in the Cosori before and I loved it, so I'm doing it again, and this time I thought I would show all of you. So let's get started. I'll have the recipe down below. I purchased a 2-pound bag of fresh green beans, and all I've done is washed and trimmed these and cut most of them down into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so I've got my green beans, and let me show you what I'm going to add to this. So you're going to add a half a can of the loaded potato with bacon soup from Progresso, or the light potato with bacon and cheese. I couldn't find the light. Usually that's what I make this with, but several different stores and I couldn't find it, so here we are. So half a can, and then half a can of cream of chicken. You could use the Heart Healthy if you want to do that. I'm also going to use about half of this container, so 3 ounces of the French's crispy fried onions. And then I'm just going to season this. I like to use nature seasoning along with some onion powder and then some salt and pepper. So I'm going to combine this in a bowl, those ingredients, along with half a cup of 2% milk. And then I will show you, oh, you know what? One more thing. Hormel real crumbled bacon. I'm going to add about 1/4 of a cup of this to the recipe as well. And I'll show you that once I mix it all up in this bowl. So I actually put about 1/4 of that can of French's fried onions in here, and I just put it in a little Ziploc bag and crunched that up with my hand so it's nice small pieces that I'm going to add to this mixture. So far in there I have a half of can of each of the soups and about 1/4 of a cup of the Hormel crumbled bacon, and now I'm going to add in these French's fried onions and my seasonings. Alright, so I stirred up all those ingredients and then I just added in my milk. I can speak, I promise. Stirring this up, and this is all going to be poured over these green beans that I have in here in the Cosori. So that's what that mixture should look like, and this is plenty of moisture for your Cosori. Okay, so I just poured that mixture over the top. Now I'm going to get that all stirred. And just so you know, I did reserve about 1/4 of this can to sprinkle over the top when this is all cooked. So here's that mixture all put together. And I'm going to secure the lid, and then I'll show you where to set this. So I'm using the steamed vegetables, and I've adjusted my time for 5 minutes. And the way you do that is you just select cook time and then reduce it to the amount of time, or increase it to the amount of time that you want. But I'm going to do this just for 5 minutes. I think that's going to be plenty. Alright, so this just finished and I released all the pressure, and here's our first look inside. Looks delicious. I'm going to stir this up. Alright, I'm going to transfer this into a baking dish and sprinkle the rest of the French fried onions on top, and I'll show you what that looks like. And there we have it, all done. I transferred all of that over into my baking dish. Now if we were going to stay home, I'd probably just leave it in there and then sprinkle a little bit of the fried onions on top when I served it. But since we're going to somebody else's house, I did put it in this dish so I can put a lid on it, and right before we serve it I will pop it back in the oven for about 10 minutes just to heat it up. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this Thanksgiving classic side dish in the Cosori. If you have any questions, comment down below. I will have the recipe printed down below in the description so that you can follow along, and I'll include the Weight Watchers Smart Points for this dish. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon. Bye.